Hey, what's up, y'all? Kenzo's back for more Doom 3. I don't know exactly where I'm at because this game doesn't do a great job of really explaining, I guess, what part of the story you're in. You're just doing, mission to mission to mission. So, anyway, let's go.
Understand, Dr. Betruger.
No, I understand everything.
I'm telling you now, Doctor, the UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation? Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of control.
It's not out of control, Swan. You are. I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, plan B.
Welcome to the Alpha Labs. Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division, the Alpha Labs began construction on October 29, 2095, and became fully operational July 17, 2130. Originally created as the prime science and research facility, Alpha Labs are responsible for the development of leading-edge technology such as the Elemental Phase Deconstructor, Hydrocon, and Molecular Fuel Storage Compressor, all presently being utilized right here in the Alpha Labs. These endeavors have allowed for much-needed expansion into the UAC's current leading research facility, Delta Labs, where Union Aerospace is opening all new opportunities in research and development. With continued investment and hard work, the Union Aerospace Corporation strives for excellence and is committed to building a better tomorrow.
Cool. Oh, hell. Oh, no. Get. Alan Doorwheeler, okay. What you got for me, Alan? No audio logs. Armament in the cabinet. 586. Got it. I just scan to look for numbers. I don't even read the damn log. Oh, shit, grenades. Hey, bitch! I'm telling you, you can't avoid the hit when they're working behind a door like that. Hey, get back here! Hey, get back here! Oh, there's no window there! I was deceived! Bastards.
Don't stop, buddy. There's nothing you can do for me.
Access denied.
They're all gone.
Okay.
Surprised us. They just came out of nowhere.
Okay, bye. Good luck, buddy. Am I not supposed to be in here? It feels like I'm supposed to be in here. Maybe not. Going back. William Banks 63 science. Okay. So where's that at? Well, it spawned in an enemy, so I must be going the right way. Oh! Yeah, no, oh, you bitch. You know, I just love the little desk and the little computers and the little magazines. Like, I don't know. I just like the way this game looks. It has a very cool design, very, you know, cold, very space. All that build up and the homie dies in like 2 hits. Okay. So did So these are the pinky demons in this game. Very, very different. You know, interpretation of the enemy from like the original games. Jonathan Moses. Oh, I found it. Okay, cool.
Bravo team reports that some sort of unidentified growth taking over parts of the base. I don't know what it is, but it can't be good. Stay sharp.
You're correct, sir. It is not good.
I tried everything. The computers aren't responding. I can't get root access to the systems. We can't do it here. We'll have to access the system somewhere else.
All right, let's go.
And, you know, again, you know, I always have this question about candles in video games. Like, who lit the candles? The better question is, why would they even have candles on a Mars, you know, freaking space station or, you know, base or whatever? I don't know, but they do. Alright, so this is where the game starts spawning in enemies, which, I mean, that's cool, whatever. I felt it was a little cheap, honestly. You know, because the other games, nothing really, like, necessarily spawned in exactly. I mean, it kind of did, but not really. This game, I mean, like, I could be going on a hallway, and you'll hear, when you turn around, there's a monster. You know what I mean? Like that. And like this game, okay, so that happened, then you gotta turn around and look behind you. Oh, what was on this PDA? I need to look.
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 20th, 2145. It has come to my attention that we have an alarming number of missing personnel throughout the base. My office has received 4 additional reports from Delta in the last week alone, mentioning that personnel are not reporting for work. Calls to their quarters have gone unanswered. My office has sent the names of those personnel to Mars City Security. They promised to initiate an investigation, but this news is very disturbing. Especially at a time when we have so many people in the infirmary suffering from sudden cases of schizophrenia and other psychological disorders. I hope there is no connection between those cases and these reports of missing personnel.
Okay. What's your other one?
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 5th, 2145. It has been brought to my attention by Environmental Services that the recent power grid changes have caused many non-critical systems to malfunction. The report explains that this is due to either intermittent power outages or lower than optimal voltage input. It also says that sufficient power distribution to all non-critical systems is becoming more difficult to maintain thanks to Dr. Kruger's so-called optimizations to the energy stores in and around the facility. I assured the director of ES that I would file a report with Central Authority over this.
Alrighty. I got a new PDA, so what's on this one?
This is Paul Simon, security specialist in IT. Our network security has been breached several times over the last few days. Now, it looks like it may have been going on longer than that, but whoever did this really knew what they were doing. They covered the tracks really well. I just happened to notice some log anomalies, or it would still be going on. The intrusion came on an encrypted carrier signal from the Delta complex. They piggybacked the virus on one of the supercomputer requests, and it peeled itself from the data stream once it was inside our firewall. Someone on the inside there has to be responsible. Unfortunately, due to security in that complex, I can only tell it came from within Delta. There's no way to identify which machine or even which lab it came from. Whoever was in our system had access to all personal data, including medical reports. My team will be monitoring the network closely in the next few days, looking for anything unusual. End of log.
See, this game used to have long...
I've received a report that you haven't reached Bravo Team yet. You need to pick up the pace. Can't wait for you. Reaching the communication quickly is imperative.
Anyway, this game used to have long load times on, you know, old computers from, you know, what was that, 15 years ago? So, like, the areas would have, like, these little text expositions where you could, like, oh, okay, the Alpha Labs do this. Well, now the game loads so fast, I can't even read them. Now, that's not me saying I want longer load times, I'm just saying.
The UAC takes pride in its safety record. Please follow UAC procedures.
What the hell? I hit that bitch point blank with a shotgun. It was enough time. Dude. God damn it, I hate you guys.
For generations, humankind has lived under the rules, counter of slowly dwindling natural resources. Our new ventures on planets like Mars have only intensified our need to find fresh sources for metals, petrochemicals, food, water, and even air. To meet that need, UAC researchers have developed dramatic solutions. Solutions that will soon pay off for the UAC, its investors, and indeed the entire human race. Mars itself is our chief ally and the key to our solution. Look around at its vast red deserts, rich in naturally occurring iron oxides. They are the raw materials of our future. We have developed a process that destabilizes the atomic structure of pulverized iron oxide and separates it into subatomic particles, which are then siphoned off to create new elements. Like alchemists of old, the elemental phase deconstructor allows us to transform red Martian soil into clean air, fresh water, and hydrogen fuel, the building blocks for a sustainable, human-friendly Martian environment. And this is only the beginning. With continued research, we envision creating ever more complex molecules, even organic matter itself. Atom by atom, the UAC is building an ever brighter future for humankind.
I hate you guys.
Warning. EPD laser active.
Okay. I'm gonna save here just because I seem to recall this laser can kill you, and I don't want to. And this game doesn't have checkpoints, so if you die, you're going back to your last save. Sorry, that little video icon's kind of irritating me. Okay, I've never really thought about this too hard, but this game and Dead Space have a lot in common. Here's what I mean by that. So Dead Space, it's like set on a, you know, spaceship / space station kind of thing. There's weird experiments going on, weird things happening. People slowly start going crazy. You know, there's psychological problems, issues, you know, blah, blah, blah. Finally, you know, and I swear I don't mean this like with a pun, but, you know, all hell breaks loose. You have to save the day and fix systems, and then meanwhile there's ever-growing monsters everywhere. You know, there's this weird growth growing everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of similarities between the games. Mostly thematically, not necessarily in gameplay. So obviously, those, you know, the games are very, very different from each other. But if you've ever watched any of my other gameplays, you know that I love Dead Space. I freaking love that game series. It's one of my favorites. Jack Smith. What you got for me, sir?
Audio log for Jack Smith, benefits analyst in HR 1024-2145. I just went through another batch of accident reports from the science team. We've had 5 more people hurt this week while working with the equipment. The most serious incident was one John Hughes, whose hand was caught in one of the plastic extrusion systems. He was performing maintenance on it and states that he unplugged it and had the safety key in his pocket. It managed to activate without an apparent power source and shredded his arm up to the elbow before someone got him out. It's been reported that the machine is still running and we can't shut it down. The cost on that incident alone is enough to raise the red flag, but it's one in a pile. We're going to overrun our budget on benefits payout this quarter. And while it's not my department, I have to assume that the new equipment budget is going to be blown out as well because...
Gas leak stopped. Fire extinguished.
Please mark this for review at corporate and upload.
You know, I'm like trying to imagine a world where, like, you know, the company I work for in real life is like, all right, dude, could you record logs, like voice logs of like your day-to-day stuff? And I'd be like, why? And they're like, well, you know, we just want to keep a record of it. And I'd be like, but why? I wouldn't do it. Unless it was some like mandatory requirement of my job, and that was the only way I was gonna, you know, continue to have a job. So those enemies are definitely unique to Doom 3. Oh, hey buddy. Alright, bye. And, you know, that was the thing about this game when it was new, because the flashlight was a separate item. So, like, you know, you'd look in there and be like, oh, that's dark, I'm not going to go in there. But then you could pull out your flashlight and look and go, oh, shit, there's health and armor in here. And pretty much any time there was, like, a dark area, you wanted to go back in here to see what was there, because you'd find armor, health, item, you know, ammo, like, all kind of shit. What the hell? Oh! Okay, right there was a good example. You know what I mean? Like, dude spawns in, I kill him, and then I had to turn around because it spawned in someone behind me. That's just how this game is, man. It's... If there's something in front of you, like, always be looking behind you. Oh! Sneaky little bitch. And that right there looks like an old Commodore 64 a little bit. Or, you know, any computer around that era.
Yeah. Oh, you startled me. Man, I'm ever glad to see you. I thought I was all alone. It's been freaking spooky lately. The Hydrogon's blown a few circuits and is unstable. Be careful with that gun. A stray bullet into the glass shields could blow the whole area. I'm gonna try and get this thing stabilized. I'll head to the science office when I have this under control.
Alright, I'm gonna save real quick. Just in case I get squished. Or something horrible happens. You know, I wonder if the name of these people are like names they made up or if they're name of like the devs. I don't know. Dude, 3 shotgun shells? It's a super zombie, holy shit. Ah! There's so many. Now why did that bitch and that last bitch die in one hit, but the one dude I shot 4 times point blank, he's like, nah, not today.
Here at the UAC, we make
Oh no. Buddy, no. Oh no. They broke Super Turbo Tunky Turkey Puncher? Tunky Puncher? Oh. Apparently that's very difficult to say. Oh.
broadcasting on a very low frequency. If you can hear me, I'm not far. Please help me. I've locked myself in storage room C4. Please, if anyone can hear me, help me.
C4? Oh no, buddy. It's getting 8. Hey, I thought you were dead. Andrew Chen.
Audio report regarding the disrespectful treatment of new research staff. September 14th, 2145. As you know, I have gone to considerable effort to recruit my staff researchers for Alpha Labs. Finding team members with the qualifications, let alone the willingness to come to Mars, has not been a trivial task. You know this already. But it is necessary that I emphasize why their complaints must be taken seriously. We won't be able to keep our people or recruit new researchers if the harassment continues. No, harassment is exactly the right word. I'm routinely getting reports of UAC security asking inappropriate questions and submitting my staff to unnecessary background checks. I must insist that we be allowed to keep our personal lives private and be left to complete our assignments without further delays. If there is some kind of security threat, I suggest that UAC security look more deeply into their own staff. This is Andrew Chen, Ed.
So is this a reference to Office Space? It's been a while since I've seen Office Space, and I can't remember the name of that character that has the red stapler. Dude. Point blank. Didn't even phase him.
Let's go! Since the dawn of the space, Union Aerospace has been at the forefront of not only developing new technology, but pushing those developments
Move!
With an abundant production of hydrogen fuel, thanks to the hydrocar, the specialist teams asked the big question: can we devise a way to store and deliver that fuel? The answer has been a resounding yes. UAC scientists have made startling discoveries in the fields of quantum.
You know,
Bravo team reports they've located your position but are unable to move to your current location. Head to engineering and try to link up with them in Sector 3.
well, hold on. I swear I read a code earlier.
Has long made safer worlds for everyone.
See what old Walter Connor's got to say.
Audio log for Walter Connors. The MFS compressor is producing fantastic results. The latest modification I made to the dilation matrix were the real key to the recent breakthrough. All in all, I feel my work on this project has been the catalyst that propelled everything forward. I've also taken a set amount of time each day to make sure that everyone is doing their job, and of course I check all of their data to ensure that no mistakes are made. This is going to be a huge moneymaker for the company. Quite honestly, without my input and hard work, I'm not sure that we would have gotten this far. I wanted also to thank you for your supervisory role in the project. Working with you is a true honor. Just remember me in the end of the year report as you deserve a promotion.
Hey, you. Let me in.
Don't shoot. I can help you. The lights are all out. I'll lead you through here if you can get me off this base.
Oh yeah, I better save because this homie can die. Ugh, escort missions.
Electromagnetic pulses have knocked out the electrical systems in this area. Watch out. A big one could knock out our lights.
Man, the lighting in this game still looks good. At least to me, anyway. I'm sure there are people that would see this and be like, it looks terrible, but I don't have an eye for that kind of stuff.
What was that?
Nothing. Just the boogeyman.
We can't stop. We've got to keep moving. That was close. Come on, I can't wait. Hold on, don't let it get me. Thank God it's dead. Hurry up, we can't stop.
I saw I got a
Hang on. Here comes
BFG
another.
cell.
Hold on, don't let it get me. Thank God it's dead.
Aw, man. I got you, boo. Got
There's
you.
the exit.
No, the homie. Oh! The homie got. No, I'm sorry, homie. I tried. Yeah, these things freak me out. They're just creepy, man. They're creepy and they can come from anywhere. It's friggin' annoying. You know, I'm trying to remember if this game had infighting between the enemies. I want to say it does, but it's not common just because of how the levels are laid out. That seems like a glitchy enemy. It's all good. Oh, I remember this.
Warning. Toxins present. Please execute cleanup procedure.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, so I just have to move the barrels. Here we go.
Toxic gas is cleared. Waste disposal area now safe for entry.
Hurry, we gotta pick up the pace. We have more men down. Bravo team is barely holding their own.
Audio log for Walter Connors. The MFS compressor is producing fantastic results. The latest modification I made to the dilation matrix were the real...
This is Operations Coordinator Mark Lamia, dated November 1st, 2145. I'm filing this report because I am frustrated beyond belief by the level of incompetency I have to deal with here. I don't know where HR is getting the new employees, but the last 5 guys they've sent me were all a bunch of idiots. They can't get any of their work done on time. I constantly have to keep an eye on them. They work slow, they don't follow any of the standard operating procedures, and they can't even remember basic things that I tell them. For example, I changed the cabinet door codes here to 1, 2, 3 because I thought that was easy enough to remember, but they still forgot. Don't understand why HR can't get me. I'm requesting full authority to hire and fire my own employees. Only way I can run my department smoothly. End of log.
So, like, what would happen if you're, like, on a remote environment like this, and you're, like, working for someone like that, and he's like, you know, yeah, you're an idiot, you're fired, like... Well, then what? Do they, like, put you on a spaceship and send you back home? Like, are you, like, the new janitor? Like, what the fuck happens? I mean, I'm sure people in the military could comment on that, because... Oh, God. Oh! I mean, I've never been in the military, but I've been around enough, you know, people I know that have been in the military. And I'm sure when I was in the military in that situation is something, you literally get your ass kicked and then you're demoted. And then you're forced to do some kind of crappy job like something. I can't think of a good example right now. Something with toilets, I'm sure. Well, that music certainly was bumping. Oh! What the hell? Oh, there's two of them! Ah! Damn. Okay. Okay, so this is the end of the Alpha Labs. Okay, cool. Alright, well then I'm going to end the gameplay. I've been playing for about an hour-ish, give or take, so I'm going to call it quits. You know, the thing about this game that it doesn't necessarily do a good job of is I've kind of lost sight of why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. Like, I'm just going between levels, and like this dude keeps telling me to find this team or whatever, but like I don't know really. I forgot why I'm doing it, you know, because there's not a lot of exposition in this game. It's just like, all right, go find the, whatever team, Alpha team, Bravo team, whatever, and you're like, okay, Why am I doing that? I don't know. I'm out. I'll see you for the next gameplay. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.